Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Manny and Shawn Experience. Today we have a vlog series for you. I'm taking a flight aboard Avelo Airlines, a somewhat new airline that services small airports across the US. Today I'm taking the flight from San Juan, Puerto Rico, all the way to Lakeland, Florida, which sits just outside of Orlando and just outside of the Tampa region. They're a no-thrills airline, very plain Jane. I thought I'd check them out to see what they're all about, and you get to come along with us before you take that flight aboard Avelo Airlines. Let's go! As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Avelo tells you we are no thrills, so make sure you buy your drinks, your snacks, after you go through security. Make sure your phones, your tablets, your electronic devices are charged, your movies, your TV shows are downloaded. There are no chargers, there is no Wi-Fi on board, so please make sure you plan appropriately before you get on board, especially if you have a longer flight. You want to make sure you have something to snack on or drink. Now, I didn't get to experience the check-in process because I checked in online. They have a great app. I also didn't have a bag to check. So Avelo does fly at a Terminal A, and then their ticket counter opens 90 minutes before departure. Depending on other flights they're offering, they may not be open when you go in. And don't forget, in Puerto Rico, you must clear agriculture prior to checking your bags or going through security. So make sure you make that line prior to going into the ticket counter line. Now, I don't have a lot of content on board because there's not a lot to show you, but just to tell you a little bit about my experience on board, I found the seats to be decent. Avelo flies Boeing 737 aircrafts. The seats felt more comfortable than the cheaper seats I've experienced on Spirit and Frontier. So I felt the seat was a little bit more comfortable. As you can see, there's no exciting things within the aircraft. It's just a plane. This picture kind of shows you a little bit about the perspective of seat. So I found it to be a little bit wider than Spirit and Frontier. So I felt a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more head support. I'm 5'6", so it looks like I have decent leg room, but I will tell you with my carry-on, it was very hard to put my carry-on under my seat and then have good leg room. So something to think about when you're choosing your seats or what you're going to travel with. Overall, my experience on board was fine. I brought my snacks on, I brought my drinks on board. I had my music, my TV shows, so make sure you have all of that. The crew was absolutely phenomenal and very friendly. Same with the crew that boarded the aircraft in Puerto Rico. So I cannot tell you not to fly Avelo because I thought it was a great experience. And if you really get one of the deals that they offer, you're really gonna save a lot of money and also just have a great experience. It takes you from point A to point B, which is really what most of us need when we're looking to travel. So as I stated at the beginning of the video, Avelo flies into Lakeland primarily. They do fly to Tampa and I believe Orlando, but all their major flights fly out of Lakeland, and they're about 30 minutes in either direction, Tampa or Orlando. Once you arrive there, it's pretty simple. You arrive, you get off the aircraft, you go in through some double doors, and to the right is the luggage claim. So no walking miles and miles. So that's another convenience about the Lakeland airport. Also, currently they're offering free parking. So if you're gonna fly out, you can park your car and not worry about parking. So a little bit about the buying process. Now, I looked at this flight 2 weeks prior to me purchasing it, and it was like $69. I waited till about 8 days before departure. This is the consequence of it. I had to pay significantly more. So if you're considering Avelo, make sure you're looking at the sales and buy your tickets early with them because you will get the best deal booking early and also when they're running sales. Currently, Avelo only flies to San Juan twice a week. So the flight from Lakeland to San Juan leaves in the morning, and then that flight returns back to Lakeland in the afternoon. Currently, again, only 2 days a week. The cost for seats is extensive. Obviously, the closer you are to the front, the more expensive the seats are. The more you get to the back or the exit rows, that's where cost kind of fluctuates. I took a seat towards the back. I didn't really care very much. I didn't have a connection. Avelo doesn't really do connections. And I knew the Lakeland airport would be small enough to where once I got off, I didn't have to walk a large length. So when we talk about options within the flight, buying your bags, when you purchase your ticket, you're going to save money. They tell you that. They go up after you purchase the ticket, and they're more at the ticket counter. You're allowed one free personal item, which goes under your seat, which was my backpack, and you saw how kind of tight it was. And then you can purchase a bag if you want to take a rolly bag that goes into the overhead bin. And then you can also purchase check bags. I guess they encourage you to check your bag because it's a little bit cheaper than actually taking on a carry-on that goes into the overhead bin. So you can make that selection when you're booking your ticket. Again, I recommend doing it before you finalize the purchase of your ticket, just so you can save a little bit of money if you need to take bags on board. You can also upgrade your ticket a little bit. You can do priority boarding for $15, or you can bring your pet on board as well. Now, these prices may be just depending on destination, so make sure when you're booking yours, you pay attention to what the costs may be. One thing I did find pretty cool about Avelo was their flexibility plan. So Avelo Flex. So for $5 more, you can do a zero change fee. You can cancel your ticket. I thought this was a really good way to secure your ticket, whereas some airlines offer you insurance that's usually over $20. I've seen some almost $50. So you can make that decision when you book your ticket, or you can also waive it. A little bit more there on the Avelo Flex. And then we'll talk a little bit about seating. Seating is really the only good options or ways to upgrade, I should say, your ticket with Avelo. This new seat called Stretch Plus has already started here in September, which offers a little bit more leg room, and then also guarantees you a middle empty seat. So if you're looking for extra comfort of more leg room and not having somebody next to you, this might be a good seat option for you. And then they also have the regular stretch option, which offers a little bit of extra leg room, but not as much as the Stretch Plus. And then you can select either windows or aisle seats. And something really cool if you're traveling with families, they have family seating, and they will always seat families together, regardless of the reservation or how you do your tickets. They will seat families together at no extra charge, where some airlines do require you to purchase seats. Now, this is the size of the bag I took, and they had no questions for me as if that met the free personal item. So choose your bag wisely. Something I want to point out on Avelo Airlines is also they have some of the best on-time service in the industry right now. So for on-time departures and arrivals, they are number one as of the month of July. Last I checked, they were also number one for the year, comparable to other airlines in the industry. And they also kind of within the top 5 of less cancellations. And that really probably has to do with the way Avelo arranges their calendar, or not their calendars, their schedules. They really do point-to-point departures, which helps them leave on time and arrive on time. So the aircraft is really not being assigned to multiple destinations. And if it is, it's point-to-point. So it's a little bit easier for the airline to manage. That could be some of their success there, but that success, that mindset makes it easier for you as a passenger to ensure that you'll probably arrive on time at your destination. So overall, I had a great experience on Avelo, and I would choose them again if they fly to where I need to go. As I said, book early, save money, buy your bags early, another way to save money. Smaller airports, less time in security, less hustle and bustle at the airport, simplistic tickets, so you don't have to go through 6 different ticket options. You pay what you want. And fast, friendly, and efficient operation, and probably some of the friendliest crew I've experienced in recent times while flying. So I definitely recommend Avelo Airlines. Take a look, see if they fly from your hometown or if they're going into a destination that you would be interested in. I live in the Tampa region, so I didn't mind traveling to Lakeland. It was only about a 30-minute drive. If depending on where you live in Orlando, same thing. It's about a 30-minute drive or so. So it may be an option for you. You can save some money. You don't have to worry about paying for parking, which is big, or an Uber or anything like that. So I strongly recommend checking them out and see if they fly to a destination near you. I had a great experience. But remember, book early, charge your phones, bring your snacks, because there's none of that on board. Thank you for joining us on the Manny and Shawn Experience. I hope you enjoyed this vlog and that you found it helpful. If you have any questions about my experience, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them as soon as I get an opportunity. But until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you're doing well out there. Take care of yourself, and we'll catch you on the next vlog.